everyone in the town knows that, you know, the tennis courts are done, and it's created a buzz in this valley. I know we're a rugby nation, but everybody wants to play tennis here.
Before, these courts weren't in a very good condition, and therefore weren't particularly well used. Since these parts have launched in 6 weeks, they've now had over 285 bookings. They're a place where people want to come down, they feel safe, they want to come and play.
The kids have been having a fantastic time playing tennis, and they're able to do so because of the £35,000 worth of funding from DCMS, which has allowed tennis to take root here. Brilliant, you're both very, very good.
Hi there, my name's Chris Hill. I was raised on the farm, T Dafydd Farm, overlooking Abertillery, and as a child I moved down to Abertillery to live when my grandparents moved on. I love our town, you know. I'm really proud to say wherever I go in the world, you know, that I'm from Abertillery, and I've never ever wanted to move from Abertillery. I've been to loads of places around Europe and out in America and stuff, and you know, Abertillery is the place I'm from, and I'm really proud about it. You know, my love is of playing tennis for 6 bells, and you know, I brought up playing down there. I was encouraged as a junior. I've accomplished a lot of things. Everything that I've tried to do, I've been successful in doing. I managed to win 5 British seniors tennis titles. One of, you know, my biggest dream was to play at Wimbledon, and you know, one of those British titles was won at Wimbledon, and you know, I had to pinch myself, you know, that I was, you know, I went there and, you know, receiving a trophy off Alan Mills, and it was pretty special. And you know, my tennis career have taken me, like I said, around Europe, and you know, I've managed to win tournaments, you know, throughout, you know, as far as, you know, southern Spain into France, you know, and you know, I've represented in the Seniors Club of Great Britain, you know, in places like Norway and, you know, Germany and France, and yeah, I've had a great time, and you know, I've been very fortunate, and I've worked hard for what I've wanted to achieve. Been lucky to have captained Wales at every age level, you know, from the 35 right up to now 65, you know, and it's been wonderful, you know, to be able to go and do that, and you know, it's always gives me a lot of hoil, you know, when you go and play for Wales. It's wonderful. I'm heavily involved now as a volunteer. I've spent 50 years, you know, coaching tennis, and most of that time has been as a volunteer coach. And then, you know, I did spend 20 years as a full-time professional, having, you know, worked at British Steel Abertillery, when the Abertillery plant shut down. You know, then I went professional, and you know, and I've been very, very fortunate to have coached a lot of people who've gone on to excel at various colleges, universities, and some have gone into other fields. You know, I'm proud that one of the players that I taught is now he's been in the Welsh squad, Jacob Beethan, and he's played for Cardiff Blues. I've been involved with him at a young age, and of late, one of the special moments was working down at Six Bells with a colleague of mine down at Six Bells, and we do free coaching for children with additional learning needs, and those children walk from the Abertillery campus down to Six Bells Park and back, and the kids in Six Bells campus as well come along, and we won the Welsh Tennis Wales Welsh School of the Year award, and we were ever so proud of that, and we were shortlisted for the National British Awards as well in London, which was fantastic.